Hi there, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on with your monthly tarot card forecast for March 2022. No, I do not appear in my monthly tarot card forecasts. However, if you have seen my other videos, you know that I show up in every other video on this channel, such as the monthly astrology forecasts for March, as well as the weekly tarot forecasts that I put up every Saturday for my YouTube member supporters and Patreon supporters. And of course, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. So this month, your big spiritual theme or the big spiritual focus is the Death card, upright. And this is going to be a month where a lot of long stories are finally coming to a close. The Death card is a card of big breaks, right? A lot of anticipated transitions are going to be getting underway. It's important to remember that the Death card never shows up as a surprise in any way, shape, or form, right? It's a natural course. We see it coming. And with the Death card, there are a lot of stories that are getting ready to wrap up that are going to go through their final steps, their final pages this month. A lot of you may find that this is actually a very positive omen because this is going to be a time where you can finally get to work on a lot of pursuits, a lot of projects, as well as a lot of big moves that you have been waiting for, right? We are finally getting a chance to move things up in the queue. However, with the Death card upright, you are going to notice that a lot of these changes and a lot of these transitions are going to be altering the social, professional, and maybe even personal landscape a little bit for you because a lot of your worlds or a lot of corners of your world are getting remodeled as well. This can happen in a way where we may find that it feels almost like we're not going to the same job, even though we've been going to the same job forever, like the landscape is changing quite drastically there. Or we may notice some social landscape shifts. However, with the Death card upright, this is also a time where we are making a lot of room for a lot of things that have been sitting in the queue, so to speak, that need to be given more room so you can attain them, so you can actually enjoy that abundance, enjoy that good fortune, enjoy that social activity. This is going to be a month where a lot of you are able to finally step into it in earnest. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, anything to do with practical affairs as it relates to, the living situation or the family life, we do have the Hermit reversed as well as the Hierophant reversed. And with the Hermit reversed, this is going to be a month where a lot of you Sagittarius people are getting put in the spotlight. Or perhaps something that you have been trying to get more attention to about what you do, what you put out there, is getting into the spotlight. There is somebody or maybe a couple of people coming out of the woodwork in your field or maybe with some important professional or financial transaction that are lifting you up. With the Hermit card reversed, we are going to be put in a space where we are having a lot more eyes on us, a lot of ears focused our way, and we are getting celebrated, right? Because the Hermit card reversed is all about coming out of solitude, coming out of obscurity, coming out from just being a face in the crowd. This can be incredibly positive for those of you that are looking to maybe grow your business or maybe spread awareness around yourself, especially if you feel like you've been lost on the shelf. This is also a time with the Hermit reversed where there may actually be somebody coming out of the woodwork with some kind of special gift or lead that could profit you much, either off the job or on the job. There will be some big payout for it. When it comes to the Hierophant card reversed, we're also seeing a change in the very culture around your work and financial spaces. The Hierophant card reversed is indicating that there's almost like a regime change going on in your field. You may notice that a lot of things that have been considered trendy or normal or status quo are just not functioning the way they used to. This could come because we may be finding out about a new leader, a new boss, or a big policy shift. But what I like about the Hierophant card reversed is that we're also getting a lot of unnecessary steps or impediments out of your way at the same time. In fact, with the Hierophant card reversed, a lot of you Sagittarius people may find that a lot of requisites or a lot of limitations or requirements for you to advance, either financially or professionally, are also stepping out of your way. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you do have the King of Swords upright, as well as the Hangman reversed. And with the King of Swords upright, some of you are going to be finding that this month, a friend or a relative or an ally is going to be stepping forward to help you realize some major aspiration or personal goal, because they are able to throw the full breadth of their expertise or their power or their authority at it with and for you. The King of Swords is showing up as not only a very powerful person, but somebody that I feel you already know, recognize, and respect as far as their own individual, intelligence goes, but also their talent and their creativity and what they, their resolution in this all. This could be helping you to actually tackle something that's been very difficult for you to manage or surmount, whether this is something that's going on in a social circle, a business partnership, or a family matter, or this could be somebody stepping forward to help you and all concerned. And I feel like with the King of Swords, this is actually doing a number on also improving how things operate in your social life or in any kind of joint project or joint interest matter. With the Hangman reversed, I'm also seeing a lot of you Sagittarius people getting off the hook for some kind of binding agreement or obligation that you have held for some time. For some of you, this may be because the King of Swords upright is hooking you up and, running in to take care of it. For others, it may not necessarily be that. It could be a completely separate matter. With the Hangman reversed, this could actually come because of a gift or a special favor done for you by a friend or relative or an ally, or it could be because a matter that is tied to this bind or obligation has disappeared, dried up, and gone away. And a lot of you are going to get a chance to break free if there's been anything controlling your movements or your freedom of movement. If there's anything that has been maybe keeping you attached to itself, a ball and chain, so to speak, this is going to be the month where we get rid of it. When it comes to your challenges, you do have the Justice card reversed and the Eight of Pentacles reversed. With the Justice card reversed, really want to pay attention to things that you are committed to, attached to, or maybe obliged to that are not only not fair to you, but are not even what they say they are. The Justice card reversed, I'm seeing this as a warning and a need to start addressing false covenants or illegitimate contracts, illegitimate attachments, illegitimate agreements that continue to have a negative influence in your life. Now, we do have a chance, of course, with the King of Swords and the Hangman reversed to break free of a lot of these things, especially with the Hangman reversed saying we're getting off the hook. But with the Justice card reversed, we're going to have to pay close attention to what needs to go and what can't be redeemed either. This could also be a month where some of you may have to break ties with certain contracts or certain agreements or certain maybe accounts that you have maintained, or maybe certain commitments or alliances that you've made with people that are showing themselves not to be bona fide, not to actually be serving anybody, or again, were created under false pretenses or, some other kind of illegitimate means. We also have with the Eight of Pentacles reversed, a need to pay attention to where you're going to have to really find a way to catch up with your own skills, your own abilities, or your education this month, because you are getting lifted up, right? So many of these things are indicating it's like you guys are just getting swept off into a whole new world where you are going to be prospering. Things are, the landscape around you is transforming in your favor. But in order to get acclimated, you have to know what's going on. You have to know what the new demands are. And you may find that your skills, your training, your education has prepared you for what you had, but not necessarily where you are going next. And so it may be a challenge, maybe just managing that in terms of time. Sometimes what happens with the Eight of Pentacles reversed is that we may find that we are going into a situation where we're kind of getting thrown to the wolves and it's sink or swim. Make sure that you are able to stay on top of it as much as possible, right? The demands are higher on you at this time. The payoff is definitely there as well, but we want to make sure that we are not trying to use our old plans, our old tricks, or our old trade skills here. This is, you're going into a whole new ball game. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you do have the Three of Pentacles reversed, as well as the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Now, the Three of Pentacles reversed is indicating that there may be some issues that need to be addressed this month with a partner about a project, or maybe something that we are trying to build for ourselves, our future, our family, or our marriage that is not proceeding very well, or it's not proceeding very smoothly at all. And the Three of Pentacles reversed is indicating here a lot of it may come down to the fact that you and your partner may be a little in over your heads with it. It may feel like there's way too much that we need to know. We're not working with enough hands on deck. We may need to, kind of look to extra assistance to make this happen, just because both of us already have our hands full. And we may also find that there is something going on where we may have taken on something for the relationship or for the family that is starting to actually create a lot of difficulty in terms of teamwork breakdowns, right? Creating more problems than it's actually worth. And so we might want to actually sit down and see if this is worth keeping after all. For those of you who are single or available to new people, the Three of Pentacles reversed is indicating that yes, there is an opportunity for a lot of you to get started on a new relationship story this month, but it may not be able to proceed smoothly in the beginning either. We're kind of starting on a rocky ground. And with the Three of Pentacles reversed, it's just because of a lack of coordination. And so we want to make sure that we can iron out as many wrinkles as possible, stay as organized as possible, but also be patient with each other and not necessarily push the other person or take it personally when this lack of coordination and this shakiness might make it more difficult to get things off the ground, at least in the first half of the month. The Seven of Pentacles reversed is also indicating an unburdening that is happening in your romantic life. A lot of you are going to be finding, very much like that Death card upright, a lot of old business that has been hanging overhead or holding the relationship back is going to be getting purged as well, especially if it's old business that ties us to a time in one or both of our lives that is preventing any kind of permanent growth or permanent step out of it. The Seven of Pentacles reversed is indicating some of you may even find that you and a partner are agreeing to abandon some kind of goal or some kind of trajectory or timeline we've been trying to work with that has actually proven to take us off course, or it's actually created more problems than any good. And that's all right, because the Seven of Pentacles reversed is all about relief, right? We are quitting a losing game. We are dropping a lost cause. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.